Good morning, and happy weekend to you. Welcome to CTI Group's Town Hall. Good morning, Eduardo.
Good morning, Mr. Church. Good morning and good evening to all you guys all over the world. So one more Friday Town Hall show. You're welcome. Have you guys here. As we always say, if you are new, subscribe on our channel, be part of our family. It's a huge pleasure to have you guys here every Friday with us. We deliver information about the cruise industry. Also, we talk about opportunities working on board. Do you want to work on a ship? You want to change your career? You want to change your life, your future? You're in the right place. So CTI Group is here to support you and help you guys make your dreams become a reality.
Yes, good morning, everyone. And by the way, it was Indonesian Independence Day just a couple days ago. We've got a great celebration coming after that. Something that is going to be, I think, one of the highlights of Maritime Challenge this year. Although we've got people applying, right?
Yeah.
This one coming up today is very, very special. And actually, there's two of them today. And we talk about all the jobs that, we've talked about for the last 3 to 4 months. You know, we're looking at over 900 jobs.
Yeah, we keep repeating the jobs because, of course, opportunities. There are always a new person that is watching us for the first time, or maybe the person has changed their status 1 week ago. They're working now. They are looking for a new job, and so that's how we keep repeating. But it's good to be here, and rather than talk about the bad time that we had 2020, talking about opportunities, right?
Absolutely.
Because when we open the channel, we intend to invite you guys for work opportunities versus talking about pandemic and things like that. So for us, it's a huge pleasure to come here and over tell you guys that we are open and we have opportunities for you.
You know, every week we also get new job positions, new openings, and the numbers just keep growing. So if you watch the show one time, next week there's probably more new ones coming open because, the cruise lines are expanding. They're going back into service. Now, there's a lot of crew who have said they wish not to go back to the ship. So, of course, that opens lots of opportunities for other people. So the best thing to do is go to our website, www.cti-usa.com. Put your resume in there. We have a Go video system. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so the good thing is every time when we mention here about the Go video interview, we also talking about resume. I can see the improvement. Some people, they start to present a better resume as we mentioned, guys. Last week, we have a Zoom meeting but we mentioned a lot about resume and how should you prepare your resume. Your resume is like your birth certificate. To be well written, you have to be well experienced working somewhere, and this is extremely important. You're not gonna present yourself properly if you don't have a good resume, because you must practice before. Like if you are going to prepare yourself an old resume where only have topics, only information about topics, you're not going to be able to deliver enough as the hiring manager expect from you. But if all over time you prepare your resume, you put some pictures about the facility that you're working, and if your resume are well completed with job responsibilities like task one by one, what they do, they help the hiring manager understand about all your skills and your capabilities. So this is going to help you guys in the very end to get approved.
Yeah, what you're seeing is samples of our website, and again, www.cti-usa.com. If you go there, it's a very simple process to go through. So again, submit your resume, let us know that you're available, let us know what your qualifications are, your visa status. All of these things are important. And cruise lines are now asking it, do you have anyone with C1D visas, anyone with Schengen visas? Right, those are obviously going to get priority while other people get their documents done. So very, very important information there. All right, let's go to today's headline news. In today's headline news, the Bahamas has issued some new statements, actually, that criteria for passengers. if everybody on the ship is not vaccinated from the age of 12 on up and they don't prove it before they get there, then they can't go ashore.
Yeah, I believe that's fair. You know, as we are watching news, and of course the news come here to highlight us somewhere. There are some cases of COVID, people getting COVID, but 99% of those people, they are unvaccinated people. So that means, so if you haven't taken your vaccine and you want to sail around the world, taking a cruise ship, so you must have your vaccinated. Otherwise, you are going to not enjoy as you could enjoy, right?
Absolutely.
The cruise has prepared many entertainment and many things for you. So, but if you're not fully vaccinated, you have to be treated different, because you're not going to be in a category that you're going to be exposed everywhere. Like, oh, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. If you are on the Lido, you have to use your mask. Like, so you're not gonna be able to literally enjoy the full ship.
But also, what the Bahamas is saying now, and this affects a cruise line big time. There are a lot of private islands that you know, the Bahamas owns, but the cruise line, they call it their private island as well. So what's happened there is that they can't even go ashore there unless they prove that everyone on the ship under the age of 12 is vaccinated. There is no vaccinated. I know MSC used to say, okay, you can come vaccinated or not vaccinated, but now that rule is out. And this is for the Bahamas, and it's going to affect the cruise industry, you know, in a big way. But as usual, you know, we expect these things to happen, and they will.
Yeah, that's what
NCL
is standing for us since the first day. NCL even opened their lawsuit against the state of Florida, because they believe that if to create a safe environment, everybody must be vaccinated. And then back then, the state of Florida said, oh, we cannot obligate anybody to present a vaccinated card, and we cannot obligate them to do that. But they said, okay, if they don't want to do that, then I'm going to intend that they are not vaccinated, so then I don't want them in my ship.
Right.
So that create a problem. But in the very end, NCL end up winning, and now as time goes by, they're going to understand that the best way to create this safe environment is having everybody vaccinated. So we have no other options, like positive options to take, you know.
Right. So if you are going on an NCL ship, everybody must be 100% vaccinated. If you're under the age of 12 and can't get a vaccination, unfortunately, at this point in time, you're not welcome. And it's not that you're not welcome. It's just, you know, they've made the strict policy that every single person will be vaccinated.
Yeah, I believe back then we even spoke about it, because once someone get the COVID on board, which can be normal, right? People can get COVID anywhere. The news is going to blow up like, oh, this guy got COVID on this ship. So what they want to do, they want to avoid those things, those negativity, because when COVID came, COVID didn't start on board, right?
Oh, absolutely not, no.
They destroyed the image of the cruise industry. Like look like, oh, everybody who take a cruise ship, they're going to get COVID, right? That was in the beginning with Princess.
The news media, they love it, of course.
So what they want to do, they want to, of course, not only because of that, but they also want to avoid this type of gossip, you know, people creating fake news and try to make things bigger than they really are. Unfortunately, we have to live with COVID for the rest of our lives. COVID is going to be a flu that's going to be here forever. And knowing that someone got COVID, it's going to be something like normal. But doesn't mean they're going to die if they get the vaccine, because that's what the science is proving right now.
Right. You know, one of the fun stories, well, I call it a fun story, but it's, for some people, it's pretty serious. You know, Carnival has limit the amount of bacon for breakfast.
I don't get that.
Well, you know, when you go have breakfast, everybody likes sausage, bacon, ham, eggs, that kind of stuff. They've limited the amount of bacon.
So, but why that?
That means that today you go and have breakfast and there's bacon, and tomorrow you may go and have breakfast and there is no bacon.
Oh, why?
Because their supplier is having an issue, and Carnival says it's a supplier for the industry and as a whole.
Okay.
But
it's gonna be better for your life. Don't worry, you're not gonna die because you
don't eat so much bacon. It's not good for you.
Actually, you in the end,
like
gonna say
thank
you, Carnival. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Carnival's trying to keep us healthier.
Okay, let's always look the good point on everything.
One of the things that is I think very important, if we look at our history and especially what's happened for the last 14 months, without a certain group of people, I wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be here, probably the ships would not even be here. And that happens to be the crew, right? And we used to say at Holland America when I worked there, no matter how many millions or billions of dollars you spend on a ship, without a good crew, and crew are just, passengers rave about the crew, how great they are, how hospitable they are, how humble they are. And without those, without the crew members, the ship would be just a big floating ship. That's it. So we would like to go back and look at this. This is of how things kind of started, right? And because we're going to talk about a lot of jobs, we've got Carnival jobs, Virgin jobs, a lot of Apollo jobs we're going to talk about. But let's take a quick look back at how this kind of all started.
Rolls on the shelf. We need to isolate ourselves. That's what we've all been told to do. Stay indoors, stay with you. That's what I want you to do. Morris has said repeatedly, keep 2 meters between you. Home and safety in its chest. We'll all end up in a mess. Old cold water in the day. Just wash your hands and your thumbs. Stop your nails. Put on sanitizer too. Wear rubber gloves when you open the door. Another love just for you. Save your head and the air. Don't around. We'll be safe. Done what I would do. We might have got out in a month or two, but now we've been put on lockdown, and that really makes me proud because of all you stupid clowns. Just wash your hands and your thumbs. Put up sanitizer too. Rubber gloves when you open the door. Another suggestion for you. You save your head and the air around you. Will be safe, including me. Help yourself to my lips on my heart. Please stay far away from me. Don't help your
All right, and we're back. Yes, a big shout out to the crew. And again, the crew on all ships. There's not a ship I've not been on where the crew are just not special. So that's one of the reasons we played that video. We get a lot of requests for that video because you see all the crew members, they're happy, they're going back, and most of those are already on the ship. So shout out to the crew.
Yeah, it's good to see everybody going back on board. You know, you'll see, actually, you cannot see the fully faces because they are using masks, but you can see in the eyes. Yeah,
right?
you can see in the eyes. They are so happy having the opportunity to, you know, get their lives back to normal. And our big shout out to you for everybody's on the group. We have lots of people from OTC, Jim Brennan, Dem Passar, Dianya.
Hi, guys. Welcome.
We have people from Bali, Vienna. Hello, I'm from Bali, from Jenya. Good. CTI Kusama, also from OTC.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy Indonesian 76.
Oh, it must be
Independence Day.
Oh, yes. We've got hey, guys, don't go away. We got a special coming up on Indonesia Independence Day in just a moment.
Oh, one day, I remember the first day I went to Indonesia, I was there. Yeah, first day.
Eddie Iskandar? Hello, Eddie Iskandar.
And I cry.
Really?
Yeah. You
because
know,
of the song and the emotion.
No. I was.
You cried?
Yeah, I'm a human as well. I got a very good identification with people from Indonesia. I don't know. I love the other countries, and I always gonna do, right? We're gonna talk about Brazil. We're spending to Brazil. Of course, I'm Brazilian, and I've been to Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia. And I love to, you know, talk to people, but I have a really good identification with Indonesian.
I think you just like Finns in Bali.
No, I went to
the beach club
a couple times.
Yeah, okay.
And I remember was the Independence Day. And I was ready, like 1 week ready to return back to United States, and then I make a video, and I was getting some, you know, feeling emotion and proud, and also feeling blessed to have the opportunity to
actually
meet them.
Be there, right?
No, because for me it was a good opportunity to meet the Indonesian people, right? I have this good connection with them.
I was talking to my sister Judy. You know her.
Oh, who is Judy?
Yeah, okay. And my Aunt Judy, right? Because I have a lot of Judys.
Okay.
Anyway, hello, guys. My crew out there, you know, I have Tracy, I have all of those out there, Jennifer. But anyway, this story is that we were talking about CTI as a company and how long it's been here. You know, we've been around 30 years. And the opportunity, even myself, we've had to travel the world because of the business we're in. And, you know, thank God we just don't have the regular 9-to-5 job. Now, we do have a lot of hours, of course, right? But we just don't, but our job gives us the opportunity to really travel the world. And there's not many companies where, you know, you can go sit, whether you work at Carnival, Royal, and you sit in an office all day and you do your 9-to-5, you have your Saturdays, Sundays off. I would much rather travel.
Some people, they don't have the opportunity to travel even into their own country. Like, how many people has been to many states in the United States? Like, just few people.
Most many people don't even have passports.
Yeah, many people, they born and raised in the same city. They never go nowhere. But what I'm saying, when I went to Indonesia, I got this connection with them, with their culture, with their people, and I just fell in love. Like, and I remember when I was there, it was the Independence Day, and I said, I'm gonna make a video, just say thank you for them, for each one of them, to give me the opportunity to help them out, because my first year there was the year that I start to see the opportunity to help them with my past, my experience. And I remember was doing that statement, and I cry. You know, every time when I see the Independence Day, I remember that.
We're going to see in our Maritime Challenge in just a few moments. This just, and I will say this about my ex-wife, right? We used to go to dinner, and she would see an older couple. She'd say, "Oh my God, they're so sweet. I just want to go kiss their cheeks," right? Yeah. And that was Mary, for those who don't know her. But anyway, sweetheart lady. But we've got a Maritime Challenge coming up, which just warms my heart, and it's about Indonesian Independence Day.
Let's see.
But no, we're not there yet. It's coming up.
Oh, it's coming.
No, right now we're going to talk about CTI, and back in 1984 is when CTI got started. The whole concept of CTI becoming a recruiting agency and helping people around the world. And even we've just gone through a major pandemic, we're expanding. So here's a video that's going to show you where CTI Group is headed. You have it. What's coming up with CTI? We are expanding. Global connections. All other agencies out there who want to talk, come on, because we're going to know something going on in Brazil in a little bit.
Yeah, and it's good to mention about this point about growth, expansion. We as a human being, we have to always think about that, and it is not like an option. Do I grow? Do I don't grow? If you're not growing, you are automatically dying, because we can't stay flat, because the time is going on. The time never stops. So if the time never stops, you have to keep moving as well. And the reason why we are growing, the reason why we're expanding, is because the industry are growing at the same time.
Absolutely.
And we have to be able to supply, you know, we have to be able to expand, to look for a new profession, a new talent. And for you guys that is already working on board, that you might okay, I'm fine, I already get my job, I already work for this cruise line for 5, 6, 7 years. Guys, don't rely on that. As we are talking here behind the scenes, lots of new candidates, 21 years old, they have an amazing English, amazing communication, and a great personality. They are the Generation Z. Remember we were talking about that?
Exactly.
And the Generation Z, they are very outgoing person. Like, they have a great personality. Even people from Indonesia, which is trying to be a little shy, you know, they tend to be more quiet. I have seen them like stepping out, you know, standing out in front of others, which is great,
Right.
which is great.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, for you that is a millennial, which is I am millennial, but we are millennials before.
I'm a baby boomer.
Before we would, nobody even knows baby boomer. Before we used to say, oh, we are millennials, we are the ones who stay on the WhatsApp and we don't talk much because we don't much care.
We don't show our face on the video.
But we are so intelligent. Now, guys, understand, these guys, they come with natural talents of communication and personality. So if you don't expand, if you don't grow, if you don't update yourself, over time, they're going to be on top of you.
I'm going to bring next
Because
week.
this is like,
It's great. I saw this on TikTok.
I saw it as well.
And it's so great. It talks about millennial and G, the
Z, the Generation Z.
Right. Anyway, so talking about expanding, we're very excited because Eduardo and I are going to head to Brazil, and we are forming a great cooperation with the companies already there, and we're opening CTI Brazil. So this will give you a vision. So have a look at this video. CTI Brazil, here we come.
Yeah, expansion, right?
You want to say something in Portuguese to all of our Brazilian friends? Because I know they're going to start watching.
I don't think we have any Brazilian right now watching us,
But we will on the replay.
as everybody in Indonesia work in Holland, America, I know that sometimes when I go there, they always say that, and that everybody's going to be related with this. Bom dia.
Ah, bom dia. What is that? Hello,
good
right?
morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Obrigado. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay,
Yes.
okay. So we may do a little Brazilian
Yeah.
lesson every day. Well, since I'm going there, I got to
American.
say something.
Guys, that's something good about us. Usually we are foreigners. We tend to learn one language, two languages. Americans, they rely because, you know, they're already born with the English. So
Don't
they
be jealous.
don't want to learn another language.
Don't be jealous.
But anyhow, one more expansion for us, developing the business, moving forward, bring more diversity to the industry. And guys, that's good for all of us because, and I also was talking with the partner there, they have lots of entertainers that from Brazil, you know. Like
they're amazing entertainers. Yes.
So this is different positions, right? We're gonna have like some housekeeping, some culinary is all over the world, but we have different positions that we don't have in other countries. So that's why it's so good about the human being, because every location you go, people tend to act this way. People tend to be this way. That's why when they come up with this generation, millennial, generation Z, whatever, it is a really truth. Because when you're born into something, you tend to become something. For example, those people who born right now in the middle of this pandemic, they tend to become something on the future, right? For the next 10,
they're going to be really tough.
They're going to probably, right? They're going to know how to deal without low money. I don't know, but something changed the generation.
Right.
So, but it's always good about expansion, guys. A big shout out to everybody in Brazil. We are going there, we are handing there, and we can't wait to see your talent and help you guys make your dreams become reality like we are doing with all the Asian people.
Yeah, next week we may broadcast live from Brazil.
Yeah, well,
hang on, folks, don't miss it. All right, let's we talked at the beginning of the show about positions. Let's get on with some positions, and let's first of all talk about Carnival and what Carnival. And I know you have tons and tons of positions. Yeah.
Yes, I do. You're gonna play?
Yeah, let's watch the video first.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, we are back. So there is positions for Carnival left and right.
Yeah, so for now, let me give a big shout out to my team in Indonesia. We have Eddie Skanda here, we have Agun, we have Jet Maka, we have all the CTI Millennial team. We have people from CTI Lombok, CTI Perita, CTI Bali, Jakarta, Jogja, as I just mentioned here. We also have our team from Vietnam, and a big shout out to you, and from
Ann.
CTI Thailand, we have John, and from CTI Myanmar, we have Rowena and Richard from CTI Malaysia. So guys, a big shout out to us. Our recruiting trip is going like a big ship going like in the middle of the ocean, like moving. We just have this big order from Carnival, and we start to send people to the final interview with Carnival, which is very excited. I know that 2021 things has changed a little bit. The final interviews is right now being a different way to be online. It's like a one-way interview. That's why I encourage you guys to go to our website, cti-usa.com, and apply through our Go video. Why? Because the Carnival final interviews, it's very similar with that. You know, they have a one-way interview, which is like a pre-recorded questions. Of course, based on your position, you're gonna receive different questions. But basically the way this interview take place is like you sit in front of your computer in a quiet place with enough light in your face, with your microphone and your audio working properly. The system is going to ask you something and going to give you a few seconds or some seconds to think about it, and then you can give it the answer. Once you give the answer, you move to the next question, then the next question. The good thing is I believe everybody is doing well, because as I mentioned about this generation, you know, these guys, they are very familiar with technology. It's not something new, but this is something that you can practice before. Even for those guys that we are moving to the final interview with Carnival, once they receive the email from Carnival, they also have the opportunity to practice before they do the final interview itself, because we understand that is a challenge not only to deliver what you know, but also to understand the system itself. So it's nothing like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Very simple. We have seen lots of people already succeeding. They are already receiving job offer letter from Carnival.
Great.
And guys, the good thing is like they can't wait to bring you on board, right? And if you are one of the Carnival crew, mostly from CTI, and if you don't have your offer letter yet, please reach out to us immediately, right? Reach out to us. Mostly if you're Deck and Engine right now. If you are, I'm waiting for my assignment, I don't have my assignment, so reach out to us on this WhatsApp group. So send us email, whatever.
So who should apply? What group of people?
No, we are open for all the position. But for example, let's say,
which is Deck and
because
Engine,
what happened is sometimes for the crew members, they also have to help us out, because we work with a group of people and then we present a group of people. But let's say if you are already approved by Carnival for 1 year ago before the pandemic, and you haven't received your offer letter yet, so what I want you to do is reach out to us, go to the chat, and they say, hey, I already approved, so I'm waiting for my assignment. Mostly if you are Deck and Ninja, because we are bringing them on board, we are hiring them and a higher volume of people. So I expect from you guys also to take the action and say, hey, I'm waiting for my assignment, so let's work on that. Because last week when we are doing the live training with the people that is going to the final interview, one of the guys was there, he was already approved by Carnival, and you know what he was doing? He was like replying again. And then when I was talking to him, he said, no, I said, if you already get approved, you don't have to go to the final interview one more time. So he gave me
he was practicing the Go video.
Yeah, no, but he was already approved. He gave me his Carnival crew member ID, and then the next day we gave him assignment.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes what you're missing is just instruction, but it's not because we don't want to give instruction, but it requires a little bit from you, the effort to take action. Say, hey, can you check my situation? Can you help me out here?
Right.
Don't rely like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and then wait because one day Carnival gonna call me. The
most important thing is that, go and register. Right. If you register, we have your information. Be sure and upload your documentation that you have already, information about your visas. Do you have a C1D visa? Do you have a Schengen visa? Do you have a UK visa? Whatever visas you have, this information is very important. So it's important to fill out every single line. And also when you apply, you can attach up to 12 separate documents if you want, or even a video you can upload. So it's important that we have that information. right?
Of course. And I'm very excited with this. That's why I'm big shout out to our recruiters and our offices there, because they're working hard to put the documentation together in order to present you guys. But we need action from you.
And this is not only from Indonesia. This is many countries.
For many countries. And if you were Deck&engineer mostly, we are dying. We can't wait to see you present yourself, bring your resume, bring your experience, because we have a placement for you. So please go to our website.
Right? And again, don't think that the housekeeping, the food and beverage, the culinary, they're not left out as well, because there's a lot of positions open and they're coming up. So hang in there, guys, right?
But the thing, just mention something here. The thing is, like, well, I saw one guy put a question into a WhatsApp group and say, "Oh, I apply on July 25th, and then I got approved, and I'm waiting for my final interview." Good. Understand one thing. We have two processes here. The first process is when you apply. Once you apply, we from CTI, we want to make sure that we can count on you, that you have sent you to our client. So once we approve you to the final interview, now we are going to check which client better fit for you, because sometimes you apply to work with client X, but you work better with client A. It's different, right? But we are trying to that from you, versus waiting our client say, "Hey, I need this guy," and then we have to search for. So first we find the person. So we found you, and that's why you receive email from us. So you approve for the final interviews. Now we're gonna see which cruise line is looking for your position first, and then we are going to present you. Doesn't mean that I approve you today, that tomorrow you are waiting the final interview. Actually, most of our positions, like for culinary with Carnival, most of them we are presenting instantly. We have final interviews right now.
Yes.
But some position, you guys have to hang in there and understand that you already approve with us, which means through CTI you have no assessment test to do again. So you okay. Now it's for us to arrange with the cruise line and present you. So please hang in there and don't feel like, "Oh my God, I'm waiting for your final interview will come." So just hang in.
A lot of people are impatient, and I see it sometimes in the chats, guys. So the thing is not to be impatient, because it is true. You must have all your documentation, right? No one's leaving tomorrow except those who have already been pre-approved and their documents are ready, their visas are ready. So, and you may say, "Well, I have everything ready." Okay, the next thing is an assignment, right? The ships are coming back online one at a time. Some are coming back very heavy. We've already been asked by Carnival, as you mentioned, to prepare 900 crew.
Yeah. And then some guys, they approve and the qualification is enough to be present right now. Some people we approve, but we want to present them in 3 months, 4 months. And they say, what that means? That means is like, if a cruise line is looking for a very specific position and that person apply, I can present him and the person has a good presentation, good experience. I can approve that person as well, but doesn't mean that I can immediately, because they are not requiring that position right
and
now.
Here's the way it works, guys.
Then you have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, we're on the phone with the cruise lines every other day, right? And they'll say today, look, I need 30 sous chefs. So what we do is we go into our database and say, give me all the sous chefs that I have. Then we turn around and we first of all have to make sure the documents are done, because we can't give you to the cruise line if your documents are not there. You may list as a sous chef, you say, I'm qualified. Well, have you been interviewed yet? Have we reviewed all your documents? So these are very important steps.
And then when we say that you are approved for the final interview, which means when we search and your name gonna appear pop up in our screen, oh, this guy's already done, because you already been to the office, you already did your Go video, you have done all the steps, you're great. So that's what I'm saying. Just be patient, because we are going to place you, right? Don't go back to the groups and try to create, oh, I already applied, it's already 15 days, and nobody say, we already reply back to you, we say that you approve. So just hang in there, because we're going to present you to the final interview. It takes steps,
people are
right?
anxious. They're very anxious, right?
And I kind of understand them, but it's a good opportunity for us to clarify everything and let them know that this is a normal process, guys, right? This is not like go to the restaurant and buy a lunch and then in 5 minutes someone come and then put a lunch in your table.
You're right. Okay, so one of our specials today is Indonesian Independence Day. And this works so well with the Maritime Challenge. And I'm looking inside the chat and I see lots and lots of Indonesian flags. So this goes out no matter if you live in Indonesia or not. I think this is just the sweetest thing. This guy submitted his grandmother, and his grandmother is going to sing for us. And the guy's name is, actually the guy is Jonathan. It's submitted by Jonathan. I believe that his grandmother's name's Susi, and she comes from Indonesia, and the song is called Indonesia Raya, which happens to be the national anthem of Indonesia, and it means Great Indonesia. So here you go, guys. Watch this. This is just so special. Sweetest thing that you have ever seen.
Yeah.
Go Grandma. I just love it. I love it. If you like that, give us a thumbs up there. Show us that you really like that, because I think she's the sweetest thing. Also, subscribe.
Yeah, Anga Unata.
Is he in the? He's in the chat.
Winata, yes. He said, "That's my grandma."
All right, that is great.
Yeah,
I know she's on
great.
Instagram too, and getting some votes there. So she's going to be a popular lady.
Of
now
course.
she's also eligible for the grand prize, right?
Of course, of course. So, guys, also take advantage. We have lots of people from OTC from all over Bali. We want to invite you guys to be part of our Maritime Challenge. You're watching us right now. Once we finish here, go to our website, cti-usa.com. We have a page there. It's called Maritime Challenge. So you can create a video dancing, singing, telling jokes, doing something that you're passionate about it. You can do by yourself, or you can also invite some friends to do with you. Or you can record your grandma like this. You can record your parents.
I think this is great.
Like
can you imagine Grandma winning $1,000? I would
That's
just
awesome.
love it.
So once you do that, guys, please go ahead and then complete your registration through us and submit your video, because you can win over $1,000. We have $4,000 in prizes. Only the first place will win $1,000. Second place, $750, and then so on. So we have totally $4,000 to give in prizes, but we need to see more and more maritime challenge. We want a variety. That's why we want to invite all you guys, all your students that is watching us right now. We have everybody from OTC. Also, for you from Apollonia School, you also can go ahead and then submit your video and be part of our maritime challenge, because we want to challenge you and then see what you come in with in your hands, what can you present to us and show us that you're passionate about it.
So again, happy Independence Day to all of our Indonesian friends out there and all of our watchers and everybody who's celebrating Indonesian Independence Day. You know, this also gives us more reason to talk about our global expansion. And CTI is expanding. We had a video a few moments ago. We are also accepting new partners. So if you would like to be a partner of CTI, if you have something that can offer the cruise industry, we are open for new partnerships. So something, as we know that the cruise industry is going to expand, we know that there's 120 new ships on the way. Everybody was worried about the ships we lost. To lose 18 ships and have another 120 on the way, and those 120 on the way are bigger, twice as big, sometimes three
more
times
technology,
as big.
you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's talk about, we have another video about more global partners. Positions. And we have a new company that's joined us. We're not going to put the name out there at the moment, but as you saw, they're also looking for deck and engine. And you've also seen that they put the job description out there. So guys, deck and engine is a big, big push at the moment. And I don't want people to think, oh my God, I'm not deck and engine, so I can't go. There is still housekeeping, food and beverage, and everything else out there as well. Culinary.
This is on top, right? Deck and engine coming on top, because usually there is like a season when position get more requested and required from us. So if this is the opportunity for you guys, mostly people, they live in Java, Jakarta, that area, and you guys have the opportunity to already work in a cargo ship, on a tanker, and you have the experience, maybe work as a cadet for a year, and now you want to start your career as an ordinary seaman, and you want to bump it up your resume, make yourself better, like increasing your. So come, let us know about your experience. Let us know about what you're capable of. You can go to our office. Of course, you can contact them into the chats, but you also can apply into our website, cti-usa.com. But do not just wait the opportunity knocking on your door, guys. You have to take action, because we are hiring, and we are hiring right now. We are giving the opportunity right now. If I present you on Monday, on Friday you already have your offer letter in your hand for deck and engine. Right? That's how bad we want it.
That quick. You know, one of the things as well, you know, you may say, well, I don't need to apply at CTI. I already have a job. You can see how quickly the job can come and go. You know, the pandemic happened and everybody went home, and they wished that they had another source of someone looking for a job for them. What CTI do, and one of the reasons that we're expanding globally, is that we want to be able to offer that. You may not want to work on a ship all your life. You may want to come back and say, well, I'd rather work at the Grand Hyatt, or I'd rather work in Dubai, I'd rather work in Brazil or America, right? We have your stuff on file. When these opportunities become available, that's what we call.
And to be honest, it's nothing better, so you can have another evaluation about your capabilities, right?
And the great thing is free, costs nothing.
I can assure you that you are going to present yourself way better if you already have like a job, because actually when you are at home, you're now working and you don't have any placement.
A little more confident, yeah.
No, like for example, when you're on board for 8 months, then you have a job. When you get back home, you don't have a job. you pretend to come back, but doesn't mean that you're gonna go
Absolutely.
back. Because if something happened, like the pandemic happened, nobody gonna bring you back. So you don't 100% have a job. You tend to go back every 2 months. You get on vacation, so you go back. Okay, I get it. So, but the point is, knowing that you already have something in your gun, and you can apply for another one and then see how the other company is going to give you a different offer or maybe give you a different opportunity. Maybe that's a good point. Why? Because in your brain, you're very comfortable and you can present yourself properly. You can have more confidence to introduce your experience. And that can be a good point for you.
Here's a question for everyone. For those who went home on vacation before COVID started, and then COVID started, and they were on vacation for a year and a half, right? So if they would have registered and there would have been places around the world, there's opportunity for them, right? So again, no matter where you're working, what you're doing, it's okay to register, right? It doesn't matter what cruise line, what cargo, what tanker you work with, what resort you work at, you can still register.
Yeah. Register, guys, and then let people know you. Like mostly with CTI, come to us, register with us. Why? Because maybe even when you go back to your company, you still register with us. We still know that you are good. We can approve you here, and then one day when you say, CTI, I'm not available anymore. Okay, let's place you. Let's find a place for you.
Absolutely.
But do not just say, I already have mine. I'm not going to look for anything else, because over time, if something happened, then you have to start from scratch. So you don't want that.
Okay, as we said, this show is all about jobs and positions. So far we've talked about Carnival. We've talked about a new client that's coming on board. A lot of people like to talk about Virgin. And this is a video, if you really haven't, or you maybe don't understand, and I don't know if there's a person out there who doesn't know about Virgin at this point, because it's a very, very popular company. Here's an inside look of what Virgin looks like. Have it finally at last. Virgin Voyages is sailing, and that is great. They're sailing in the UK. They're on their way to the United States, and it's going to be an amazing thing. Now, guys, what I want you to understand, as you watched that video, you saw all the rooms, the dining rooms, the public rooms, the venues for entertainment. Imagine, where would you work if you were there? And are you qualified to work there? Because Virgin just doesn't take anyone who says, oh, I want to work at Virgin. Virgin is very picky, just like every other cruise line is. They only want the best out there, but Virgin has a certain style.
Of course. And for you that is new, that is building your career and your experience, you start to prepare yourself to work in a company like that, guys, because this is not only about making money, but it's also developing yourself, putting yourself on a spot that you have to grow no matter what. And Virgin is looking for this rock star candidate, this rock star employee that is going to help them make the guests feel like a rock star. You cannot make someone feel special if you are not special on your own. So working with Virgin, guys, is not only a job, it's also an opportunity for you to discover things about yourself, because they allow you to be yourself, they allow you to use your personality, right? Of course, with training and everything, but it's a very proper environment.
Right.
It's a proper environment to be in. You know, we know that corporation, unfortunately, they have to create like boxes, otherwise they won't have the control about how the business is going to deliver. And then Virgin came all the way there, and then they put people outside of this box and they say, you know what, I trust you, I'm going to see how can you perform. And of course they can control, but at the same time they allow you to be yourself, which is not easy, right? It's not easy,
of course.
And if you guys don't know, Virgin is launching the new ship, one ship this year, the Violent Lady, and the second ship is coming in 1 year from now, the Resilient Lady, guys, which means to launch new ship, you must have experience. I know that lots of you guys want to work with Virgin. Maybe you don't have cruise ship experience. Maybe you work for 5-10 years in a 5-star hotel. Yeah, you can still apply. Go to our website, CTI-USA. We have lots of jobs there, and you can apply. But right now, right at this moment, we are giving lots of preferences for those people who already have cruise ship experience, mostly for those who already have launched a new ship working for all the cruise line, because they understand what it takes, going through changes, maybe try something and that thing doesn't work and have to immediately come up with something new, because that's what it takes, right? When you launch a new ship. It's not for everybody, it's lots of pressure, and people have to be experienced on that nature so they can handle that, not as a pressure, but as something normal for them.
Also very outgoing, and I've looked at some of the crew that they've hired, and not all of them have cruise ships experience, right? They look at the personality, they look at how the person can fit into the character. And if you work for Virgin, keep in mind you're working for a truly global company. There's Virgin Galactica, Virgin Airlines, Virgin Records. At one point I understand that Bramson had something called Virgin Brides, but he has had over 400 companies.
Yeah.
And it's a huge, huge name. So, we looked at the ship. Now we're going to show you, and you can see if you qualify, that the positions that we have available for Virgin. Stay tuned for more positions. You can see all of those positions there. And actually, we have about 400 positions for Virgin. As we said, the Scarlet Lady has launched. We have quite a few people on there. Then comes the Valiant Lady. Then comes the Resilient Lady. And because, the pandemic, these ships have been delayed. So now they are sitting ready to come out of the gate and, of course, needing a lot of crew.
Okay, we have one comment here. Ori Barta, he said, I'm an instructor of OTC Gimbrana. Can I join the Maritime Challenge? Yes, you can, but make sure that you bring along lots of students with you and help them to prepare themselves as well. You are welcome to participate.
Speaking of the Maritime Challenge, we do have one more Maritime Challenge coming up. And this is something, as I looked at, there's a guy named Master KG, and more than 96 million times has this song been played on Spotify. 96 million. It is the top 5 in Belgium, France, Hungary, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and over number 1 in over 100 countries around the world. And it's so funny. I went to lunch the other day, and I'm sitting in the restaurant, and all at once I hear it. And it's finally come to the United States. It came out in right before the pandemic, and all through the pandemic, there are truly millions of people. And now, for those who are going on cruise ships, and guys, those who are working on cruise ships, now you're going to see, if you go out to the big Lido deck, and they have all these dances, and everybody's out there having a great time, this is something you're going to see really, really soon. And mark my words, some cruise ships have already gotten it under control. So here we go, the Maritime Challenge, Jerusalem.
Hey guys, the CTI Group Maritime Challenge is on. Show your company spirit. Rise up. Stay strong. We will be back. www.cti-usa.com to register.
Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami
Jerusalem, we are all seafarers. Live life with love, love one another. That's so important today.
Yeah, this is a very famous song. I have heard the song many times, and of course, it has a very strong meaning.
Take me to Jerusalem. Take me to my home.
Yeah.
As we started the show, we talked about a lot of things, and of course, us going to Brazil is a very big thing. We're so excited about coming to Brazil, and I think we're actually going to Eduardo's hometown to do a little filming. San Paulo, we're going to, so we'll bring you some pictures from there. But as we go there, Eduardo put this together, and this is some of the positions that we'll be looking for, and it's also a look back at what we've done just in the last year and a half.
Yeah, so this is just behind the scenes. Once we have the opportunity to go personally and do final interviews and create engagement and empowering people before they take the action to deliver the experience. And this is something that, of course, we're going to take to Brazil and then present to them how many lives we have helped transform over the years with the Asian people. And, of course, we are open to expand to South America.
So let's take it away.
I think
Ahoy!
Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out! Pop, it's showtime. Showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Oh, they don't know. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Showed up, I'm wearing Cuban links, designer mix, Inglewood's finest shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to give the color red the blues. Shit! I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up! So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up! Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up! Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out! Second best for the hustlers, gangsters, bad bitches and your ugly ass friends. I cannot preach, I cannot preach. I gotta show them how I pimp, get it in. First, take your sip, do your dip, spend your money like money ain't shit. Ooh, we too fresh. Got to blame it on Jesus. Hashtag blessed. They ain't ready for me. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? What you trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out! Everywhere I go, they be like, ooh, so bad. Everywhere I go, they be like, ooh, so bad. Everywhere I go, they be like, ooh, so bad. Now, watch me break it down like 24 karat. 24 karat. What's that sound? 24 karat. Come on now. 24 karat. 24 karat magic. Don't fight the feeling.
Love that song. I'm a big Bruno Mars fan. right? I just think sometimes I sing that in the bathroom when nobody's around. Maybe one day I'll bring it here and play it. All right, guys, listen, you know, the great thing about that video, you see where the cruise ship and you see everybody working inside. These are the jobs that we provide. I would say between 75 and 80% of those crew in there are from CTI. Right, which is great, and so we welcome those who watch to understand what happens, and that's what this show is about, to give you more understanding, because you don't want to go into this blind. If you're leaving your country, you are leaving your country, and you're going to somewhere else. You're going to travel the world, and as you see in the video, Brazil with what is that statue called?
Cristo Redentor.
Yes. That's great. I love that, to be able to travel the world, and you see them. They're having a good time. It's true work. Don't think that it's not work, and don't think you're there just to travel around the world and go to Brazil and other places, but there's a lot of benefits.
Yeah, no, the good point is because you allow to expose yourself in an environment that is going to develop who you are. You change your mind. I've seen some crew that when they get back on board, like for the 3rd or 4th contract, they're completely different. They're a different human being.
Right.
They are trying
more worldly.
They start to mix who they are with different cultures, and they become a new person. So that's the best thing, guys.
But also, guys, always remember where you came from. And this is very important, because you go to many countries and they're really humble and they're sweet people, and the next thing you know, they ingest some of our culture, and then they're too cool. So don't be too cool, right? Still stay humble and respect your mother, your father, and all the kids.
No, of course. Yeah. But I like to understand where you came from, but never be the same the way you came from. Because if you are the same the way you came from, you haven't developed none, right? So continue your journey. I think when you go countries to countries, you have the possibility to say, you know what, I like this from Indonesia, so come put in me. I like this from Thailand, just come. Oh, I like this from United States, come. So create a new version of yourself, the best one. Just collect pieces of cultures and things that you see that is going to empower who you are. And I think that is like travel is about. It's not only see places, but getting from, right?
Absolutely,
empowering who you are.
Absolutely. Travel broadens the mind.
Yeah.
That's what it says, and it's great to learn other cultures and what other people do.
Yeah.
Anyway, we come to a close in our show. It's been a great show today. We're so happy that you were here. We would like to thank each of you for joining. We'd like to say God bless everybody. Take care of yourselves. Keep wearing your mask, because the variant is still out there, and protect yourself most of all, right? And have a blessed weekend.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you for having you guys here. I hope see you guys next Friday.
Bye, guys.